Welcome to You Bijou. Today we are going to do a tangle called Quipple. I'm going to write it on the back, Quipple. And this is similar to Tipple, only it's a little more designed, I guess I'm going to put it that way. So I'm not going to draw strings or a border. Pause the video if you would like to set an intention or take a few breaths or prepare your space. But this starts with a little bit bigger orbs, kind of winding their way around the page, maybe in like almost like an arc, but really we're just creating like a pathway of circles or orbs. I don't even want to call them circles, circle-ish shapes. And so it's kind of organic flow. I'm just going to kind of loop it toward the end over here. You can see my circles are all of varying sizes, but bigger. I'm going to sneak one in right there. And then we go in and we add small orbs. They're going to go off the page. I find myself changing directions on my circles today. I'm not really sure what that's all about, but I'm going to go with it, let it happen. So you just kind of fill in this space, deciding how far out you want it to go, so that the theme or the highlight of the tile is that bigger row of orbs. In some places I might decide to come out a little bit further. Some places I might decide to leave it not as many, not as thick. And then I think on the outside I'll kind of leave it pretty consistent. And then on the inside I might sort of fill in this arc a little bit. And if you want to pause the video and do your thing or fast forward to the end and see where this lands, so then you can pause the video and do your thing, feel free. I'm drawing faster than I do when I tangle on my own, and it's part of my practice. But so you just might need to pace this in a way that feels better for you. I don't have to have them all be that small. Just need none of them to be as big as this row. So this is one of those tangles where I will get lost in it and like sort of forget what I'm doing when I'm tangling on my own and not teaching. And then my circles will be very much, I'm just going to show you in real time how I would do this if I wasn't trying not to make it ridiculously long for you to watch me do this. I would definitely be drawing more at a slower pace. And I also, when I'm doing repetitive strokes like this, I tend to find myself gripping my pen more than I do when I'm not doing such small detail work. So I'm mindful about my breath. I'm mindful about not clenching my jaw. I'm mindful about how hard I'm squeezing my pen. And I'm just honoring the process. So I'm not going to bring that down further. You could bring it down a lot more, or you could leave it like that. But the idea is that you kind of fill in that sort of rainbow area. And I'm probably going to do mostly a single layer around the outside here, just in the interest of time. But feel free to play with this. You can really morph this shape of this quipple based on how many tipple you decide to put around the original row of orbs. So then once you get all of those done, then this will go off the page, but then you move around and you aura. And you can kind of make it bumpy, like to really fit the orbs, so not like a really super straight line, maybe a little kind of curves to it. And then all the way around the other side. And then the idea, or the option, I suppose, would be how many auras do you want to create around this? You want to do 2, maybe 3, however many you feel called to do. I'm just going to do 2 today. And that is it for Quipple. You could shade around the outside of those orbs, or you could even shade inside the orbs. But today I feel like I want to leave it alone, and I feel like I want to put my chop right here off this edge. The chop, and then initial and date. And I will see you next week. Enjoy. Appreciate.